Another part two of my add-on video, I was talking about the Vibra trim. This is the Pulsar. We're going back and forth. And my point with the part one of that video showing the specifications on the Vibra trim was these guys are going head-to-head along with a couple other companies who like to go head-to-head about the specifications. Here we are, by the way. I just have with me an old, let me get this in focus here. Old specifications for the older Pulsar. Which really is not focusing on this camera. Anyways, 2 horsepower for the old Pulsar. The new one's already out to the market. The pivotal was going up to 18 hertz, 5 to 18, etc., etc. So it was a little bit current. The old Pulsar was, a little bit below the VT500. New Pulsar is actually gone above and beyond the Vibra trim. But I think my point in the other video was simple. The point of this website, me doing this, going through all the specs and going through all this stuff, different stuff, is to have a different kind of conversation. The old conversation was about all these specs, okay? For years and years, these companies started to go back and forth with how the power of the motors, the horsepower, the watts, and thinking that that's the whole point of these machines. That's actually the last conversation that you have, all right? What's going through this plate? All right, what's going through this plate is, yes, power, but what's responsible for the therapeutic effect? It is the acceleration of my foot, the acceleration of my body. In other words, the G-force that's coming through it. Watch as I increase. Acceleration. So the point is that G-force is really what you want to look at and what you want to calculate when you're trying to figure out these machines. It's not, you can have a machine that has, now 500 more watts supplied to the motor. Well, that's great, but I can look at a different machine, and a different machine for half the wattage is producing more G-force and acceleration. How's that possible? So it's not just about the watts. These companies want you to think that the whole conversation is just about these specifications because it's easy for the salespeople to say, oh, well, you should buy this, Mr. Consumer, because it has 1 more horsepower. You want more power, right? Sure. And you're willing to pay more for that. But if that power does not translate